I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I'd just do a quick little flip through of my Hobonichi Cousin and everything that I've been doing in it for the past month or so, since I've been back in it for almost a month now. So I thought that might be interesting just to flip through everything that I've done so far. And then in addition to that, I would also like to talk about my Hobonichi weeks a little bit, because I'm kind of changing how I'm using it again for like, I think the third time now, in like only a few months too, right? So yeah, but I'll get into that a little bit later. I think I will start off with my cousin here. So this is when I came back into the Hobonichi Cousin. I wonder if I can show my previous style without showing anything too personal. Okay, so I guess I will talk a little bit about my previous style before I came back in. So it was a lot of like just writing about what happened in my day for the most part. And a lot more like drawing things in, and basically no sticking into photos or printables or ephemera. I did very little gluing at all before when I was in here. And also, most of these earlier entries in here are a lot more personal, so I'm not really gonna do like a full flip through here, but I did find one page that maybe I would be able to show. So just to give you a reference point of like what my style was before I came back. Yeah, so that's how I was doing things before. And then after taking like a really long break from the end of November, all of December, most of January. I came in and out a little bit in January. And then I finally came back. Oh yeah, and also February, because I was in my traveler's notebook in February. So towards the end of February, I came back in the Hobonichi Cousin, and I wanted to give it one more try to see if I could make it work and like fit into my life a little bit better. So I wanted to try and do things a little bit differently this time around. And what I ended up doing is sticking in a lot more printables. And also, you'll see later on, more photos as well. And then I'm still doing a few doodles here and there, but there's not like so much pressure to do a drawing every day and to like how it looks every day, which is nice. That makes this a lot more, I don't know, easy to maintain and keep up with for me. So yeah, when I came back in here, I'm truly just journaling about whether or not I even want another Hobonichi Cousin, and trying to figure out how I would do things differently if I were to come back to the Hobonichi Cousin. And ultimately what I landed on in terms of making this sustainable for me is ignoring the dates and not skipping any pages, because that kind of bothers me. An empty page bothers me for some reason. And also sticking in more photos and printables and things like that. So this is me just kind of starting to play with that a little bit in these first couple of pages. I'm still occasionally doing small, doodles here and there, but I'm not like pressuring myself to do like a big drawing on every page, which is kind of nice. And then I also started to play with sticking in more ephemera and things like that. I think at this point in time, I started really watching a lot more journaling content, like on YouTube. And I was starting to get a little bit more inspired by other people's journals as well. And I wanted to try some of those things in my journal. So I started sticking in more ephemera. This is the packaging from a Kokuyu pen. Same with these. Also, I should point out before I forget, a lot of these printables are from Erin Ware. These flowers are, the tape and this pen, all Erin Ware, Erin Ware, Erin Ware, Erin Ware, Erin Ware. Yeah, it kind of they're gonna be mixed in here on honestly most pages. I've been using them a lot since I signed up for her Patreon. So there's a lot of those in here. Other than that, it's a few things that I have made on my own in Procreate, and photos that I've taken. So that's the other stuff that's in here. Yeah, so at this point I started to experiment with sticking more things in. And I like it. It felt refreshing to me to journal in a way that is like slightly different than what I was doing before, which for me helps keep me excited and like kind of creatively engaged in the hobby. Yeah, so once again, more photos, more Procreate the sorry, I'm like really stumbling over my words today. More Procreate drawings. Yeah, so a lot more of that. And then also I should point out at this point, I started to try and be a little bit more like lenient with what I put in my journal. Like I didn't necessarily want to only write about my day. So here I'm actually doing some like light commonplacing, just about some of the moss and ferns that I saw on a hike. And I'm just trying to identify what they are and learn a bit about them here. So that's what this is. And again, more bits of ephemera, photos, and Procreate drawings. I've also been trying to test out like different media in here. Different mediums, sorry. Like for example, these are Posca pens, which hold up surprisingly well on this paper, I would say. So yeah, that's been fun. I've been doing more of that. But yeah, more doodles, bits of ephemera, more Posca pens. This is when my jet pens order came. And then I'm starting to realize that like thematically, things that I right now am kind of enjoying are like checkers, like black and white checkerboard type patterns, and also just red. I've been very drawn to like bold red things as like accents. So you can see, yeah, I've been putting in more checkers here and there in my pages. But yeah, I do really like that. This one I just drew in because, you know, it's a grid, so it's pretty easy to just color in every other square and make a little checkerboard. So I just did that here. And then this black like little, what's it called? Not a call-out box. Speech bubble. Okay, sorry. And this little speech bubble was inspired from Audrey's, I think it's Audrey's logs, which I've seen around quite a bit at this point. It's gotten very popular, and for good reason. It's a very good way to call out just text or a point of interest. So I've kind of started borrowing that as well myself. So I started putting that in. I think this is the first day that I used it here. Yeah. But yeah, that's really how it's been going so far. Generally speaking, occasional doodles, printables, and ephemera. And that's kind of been how I've been filling it out. As well as like occasional like photo dumps. Like I'll have, and what I mean by that is I'll have a day where I actually just print out like a bunch of photos all at once. And then cut them out all at once, and then I kind of just keep them on the side in here. Like these are all the photos that I'm currently working with. Yeah. And then I'll just continue to stick these in throughout the week. Lately I've been doing like a big photo print about once a week. And then I just kind of stick them in when I'm ready to. This is talking about a new game that I got that I started to play. This one I actually did in my last video in a journal with me. Oh yeah, here I also started playing with using like cutouts from newspaper. I started collecting like numbers and I'd like to do text as well, like letters. Yeah, I started just cutting out some numbers to use as an accent in the page. I do like that. I actually haven't done as much of that as I would like. I should probably cut out more of those. And then more photos, more stuff I made in Procreate, washi tape, more photos. This is just what I made for dinner that day. Oh yeah, and I'm also occasionally collecting like fruit stickers. I also have been starting to experiment a little bit with adding in some poetry. Like, I can't think of what the site is called right now, but there's a website I've been going to that just has like a poem of the day. I'm sure there are plenty of websites that have this thing, but I'll list the one that I've been using anyway. So I will just go and find the poem of the day, and then I'll write the poem down, and then I'll like reflect on it a little bit and talk about it a little bit, just for something different if I don't feel like just writing about my day. Yeah, so that's another thing I've been trying to do. I really only just started doing that, but I'd like to do more of that. Oh yeah, this was Pi Day. So I have this little baking bird that I drew in Procreate, and he's very appropriately baking a little pie. More fruit stickers, more things I made in Procreate. I made this little business cat here. He's not actually done yet. He's missing his briefcase currently, which is of course full of fish, but I haven't finished that yet, so but I still wanted to put in what I have done. But yeah, more fruit stickers. And then this is my latest spread that I have so far, and I did want to experiment with a few, I don't know, a few different things here. Mainly the thing I wanted to try is I wanted to do more, I don't know what to call them, like doors, kind of doors, that open to reveal more things underneath. Like for example, I have this llama here, which was actually on the bag that our lunch came in. Like we went out this day and we got lunch, and the bag that it came in had this llama on it, which was actually like glued on there. And then I don't know if you can see, but it's also got like crayon, I think, outlining it. Anyway, it was really cute, so I cut it out because I wanted to save it. So I put the llama in here, and then underneath the llama, it folds out as like a little door. I have photos of the food that we ate, and then the receipt, and the receipt folds out to reveal more photos from the day. So yeah, that's fun. And then this is the ticket from the day. I went to Seattle this day, so here's the ticket that I used, and then really just half a fish under that one, but that's fine. And then also I should introduce this is Junior. We went to Seattle, and I saw some different vendors that I don't normally see, and I saw a vendor selling these really, really cute plushies. So I picked up Junior, decided to take Junior home. This is their card here, and it's actually really cool. It has some like, it looks like teeth bite marks where it's been bitten out bitten off by the little plushie. And then I have this over a photo of Junior to make it look like he's bitten off a little piece there. And then I have more speech bubbles here. But that's pretty much it. That's all that I have so far. That's everything I've been doing in the daily spread, at least. And yeah, I like it. I like how it's been going so far. Yeah, so other than that, I don't think I've talked about this very much on the channel yet, but I wanted to show how I've been trying to use the weekly pages, because historically, this has been a section that I do not get along with in this book, and I've always kind of struggled to use it. I have either like forgotten that they existed, or I've just like not enjoyed filling it out. And between those two things, I just like this section is mostly empty for me in this book. I've always kind of struggled to come back here and fill out these weekly pages. And I realized that a big part of the reason why I really don't enjoy filling these out is these like narrow columns. I just do not get along with writing in the narrow column. Yeah, I don't know why. I just having to skip down a line so often and fit in my words, like I really struggle with for some reason. So what I have done is I have decided to just flip it. So I've actually been writing out this way instead, which is much better. For me, it's much more comfortable. And yeah, so how I'm trying to do this right now is I've just divided this in two. So I have one section here with each day of the week. And then I think on this section over here, I'm gonna have like more of a summary or like reflection, just like kind of a weekly reflection on like how I felt about the week and what happened. And maybe also thinking a little bit about next week and what's going on. So yeah, I think that's how I am going to use this section. I don't really have a completed one to show just because my like previous pages where I've been doing this are more personal. So I don't have anything to share there at this moment, but I do have this week set up at least. So I thought I would at least show that. And then other than that, monthly pages, the monthly pages, I haven't really changed all that much in here. What I've been doing in here mostly is an occasional daily doodle. I was gonna try and do it like daily, like every single day, but I've since kind of like loosened up on that, and I just kind of do one whenever I feel like it. And I still get the benefit of being able to look back over my month and kind of see what happened in a more like zoomed out way. That's the main value I think that I find from these monthly pages is since I have like very bad time awareness, it is really helpful to look back and see like, oh yeah, that's when that happened, and oh yeah, wow, that was like 2 weeks ago. Doesn't feel like it, but that was, you know what I mean? Like it just helps me like get a sense for like where I am in time and like what's happened. And then in addition to that, I've been kind of sticking down some photos and some printables. And that's really it. I'd like to get a little bit more into decorating this section and doing a little bit more with that. But for now, it is at least serving its purpose, I think, pretty well, and it's fairly easy to maintain. So I am happy with that. But yeah, that's how I've been using the Cousin for this last month. And so far, so good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm excited to get into my next book, which is in April, since I have the spring version. But I started to at least consider decorating it a little bit. I'm not totally done yet. I just wanted to think about it a little bit. So I made this like pattern design in Procreate. and I wanted to test out how I felt about it as a cover. And then other than that, I have the same moth drawing that I did. And then other than that, I've sort of started to change again how I'm using my Hobonichi weeks. Yeah, so let me flip to the page. Okay, so what happened is I had a week where I basically didn't really do all that much plant care, and the little bit that I did do, I kind of forgot to just write down, like at all. So I had like this empty week that I didn't really have anything to do with, and I thought, you know, let's just try a journaling spread in here. And I actually really like how it felt to fill this out. I know the size of the page and the dimensions of the page were different, so it was kind of exciting to do. So I did a journal page in here, and I've already kind of decided to do another one for next week, or I guess this week now. So I think how I'm going to do this is, or how I'm trying this out right now anyway, is on this side here with the days, I will probably do a small daily log. And then on this side, I will do a bit of a journal prompt. So I printed out, where did I put them? Oh yeah, here they are. I printed out a whole bunch of journal prompts from Erin Ware. And I figure, honestly, there might be enough in here to last me like the whole year. There's so many. And I'm pretty sure she releases more on like a monthly basis. So there's a whole lot in here. That, and honestly, I could even I could revisit some of these, I think maybe even more than once. So yeah. So I have a whole bunch of journal prompts that I printed out and cut out, and I'm just gonna stick them in here and then kind of reflect on that throughout the week, and then write about it. And then if I want to expand on that topic a little bit, I will probably just go ahead and use the back pages, since I have the mega version. And yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna try and use this for a little bit, mostly because, well, like, quite honestly, I was a little bit bored of just writing about plant care every week. It is helpful to see like what I did and when I did it, but I probably don't need an entire like journal spread dedicated to it. Yeah, so I don't know, I just decided to try something different, just to mix it up a little bit. And yeah, so that's how that's been going. I'm still planning on keeping the monthly section the same because I am having fun in here and I do like how this is going. This is my plant Pokedex. Basically, I take photos of plants throughout the month and then I try to identify what they are and then I write a little bit about them. So I do want to keep doing this because this is a fun project and I'm really enjoying that. I still have some photos I haven't put down for this month. Yeah, just a few. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more journaling videos, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.